Namaskar and heartfelt Independence Day greetings to every Indian living across the length and breadth of this proud nation, but also across the myriad time zones of a deeply interconnected world. The 15th of August 1947 dawned bearing one aim, one goal, one opportunity for India to which everything high, noble, and important had to be sacrificed. Through the struggle, sweat, and sacrifice of thousands of martyrs, independence and freedom became a reality for our nation 75 years ago on this day. Today, we proudly celebrate a land that has held patiently and proactively in its embrace a civilization that is both dynamic and diverse, ancient and modern, simple and complex. We welcome you all as we celebrate our coming together in the face of adversity and the people who serve this incredible nation. Today, we have Indians from not only remote corners of the country, but also all around the globe. For everyone who's watching us live on YouTube right now, feel free to drop your thoughts and messages on what India's 75th Independence Day means to you. We'd also like to extend a warm invitation to all your friends and family members to join us today. Please feel free to reach out to them as well. And don't forget to register yourself at 75at75.org to get your certificates. Today, we have a very special Independence Day greeting for us from people spanning across 7 continents and the remotest corners of the country, including organizations such as the CSI, Lead India, FICCI Flow, AAPI USA, AHOA, the Indian American Chamber of Commerce, Jaipur Foot, E-Kisan, Friends of MP, Nimhans, S-Vyasa, and AIMS. Here's a video.
All those people who have joined us today, I request everyone to comment in the YouTube live chat and share with us about your thoughts on Independence Day, on India's Independence Day, what it means to you guys, what memories it holds for you as an individual and as a country, as India has entered its 75th year of independence. If there is anything or any memory or a proud moment you want to share with us, please write it to us in the live chat below with the hashtag make it count. And we'll also call out a few names to speak and share their thoughts. So I am already scrolling through some of the comments in the chat box on our YouTube live channel, and I can see a lot of people wishing us a happy Independence Day and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. And there's one comment from Anush Gopalan. He says the beginning of yet another new beginning, 75 hours of volunteering for our year-long celebration of 75 years of freedom and independence, the new world and new India. Indeed, it is a new beginning for us, and happy independence to you, Anush. And there is another comment from Lead India Liberty Foundation. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Congratulations and welcome to the Great World Record event celebrating 75th Independence Day. We are together going to create world record. And I would also request people who are watching us on YouTube Live if to invite your friends and family to join us in this celebration. And together we can achieve this mark of 750,000 individuals coming on a single platform to sing our national anthem together. for 428 medals, 393 of which are gold, 27 silver, and 5 bronze. The Indian government conferred her with an Arjuna Award in 1995, which is the second highest honor for athletes, and received Padma Shri in 2001 for her achievements. She also shelters 16 children with various disabilities at Matru Foundation, a charitable trust which she formed along with her friends. She focuses mainly on polio victims from rural areas whose parents cannot afford to send children to school or provide medical treatment. She launched her first authorized biography, A Different Spirit, on 8th July 2009. Welcome, ma'am. It's a privilege to have you with us, and I request you to speak a few words. Malathi, ma'am, can you hear us?
No sound is there. Hello.
Hey,
No sound.
I think, yeah, Malathi, ma'am is joining. Yep, ma'am, you need to unmute. Yep.
Malti ma'am, Shri here. Are you able to hear us? We are not able to hear you.
You need to unmute yourself.
Malti ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. We are not able to hear you.
okay, 1 second.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, now we can hear you. We can now hear.
No, we can't hear you now. Press the button once more, and then just leave it. It'll be unmuted.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Hello.
You need.
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, now we can hear you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, please go ahead.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. I can hear you.
Malati madam, please
Hey.
say a few words.
Okay. Namaskar. A very happy Independence Day. This is Dr. Malti K. Holla, a Paralympian, a recipient of Padma Shri Award and Arjuna Award. Today we are celebrating 75th Independence Day all over the country. How proud and blessed we are to celebrate the auspicious day today. As a sports person, I always think that nothing is impossible in this country. Nothing is impossible in this life. Our freedom fighters and the soldiers have laid a beautiful and wonderful path for us. We just have to walk on that to construct our wonderful future. I always say that we should not find our life. We should create our life. In the borders, soldiers are fighting for our country to save us and make our life so peacefully. And in this country, inside the country, we sports persons are fighting and bringing laws to our country. I always believe that life is one wonderful journey. Just we have to experience the life, wonderful experiences, and let the wonderful footprints behind us. The young and youth generations of today, they have to lead us and make our country so proud. Just doing like that, I think we live and we make our life worth living. Jai Bharat and Jai Hind. Enough?
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your kind words and encouragement for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So over to Manashri and Achal.
But we are not seeing our faces, no way.
On to our second guest of honor, Mr. Ricky Cage. Ricky Cage is a long-standing Bangalorean whose affinity for music and astounding ability to create transfixing music is recognized by the well-deserved Grammy awarded to him. He has performed in over 30 countries and has also served as a UNESCO MGIEP, Global Ambassador for Kindness. He was further named as a GQ Hero 2020 by GQ magazine. His album, Shanti Samsara, World Music for Environmental Consciousness, was launched at the 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the earlier French President Francois Hollande. Ricky has also composed the music for the 2019 documentary Wild Karnataka, which is narrated by Sir David Attenborough. Over to you, Mr. Ricky Cage.
Hello, everyone. Namaste to everyone, and a very, very happy Independence Day. I wish I could be with all of you in person because being a musician, I feed off the energy of my audiences. But today I'm seeing all of you through the lens of a camera, but such are the times. But anyway, it's a huge honor for me to be a part of this landmark 75 at 75 event. Well, what kudos to the organizers for coming up with such an ambitious and such an amazing event. And my sincere gratitude to everyone who has joined us from everywhere in the world. Now, our 75th year of independence is a privilege not only for us Indians living in India, but for the amazing, strong, huge Indian diaspora all over the world. Now, I've always considered myself to be a proud and a patriotic Indian, and this is always reflected in my music and my environmentalism. In my music, because every piece of music that I create has got a soul of Indianness in it, and that's the only way that I can think. That's the only way that I can create music. No matter how Western a piece of music could sound, it's always got the soul of India within my music. And I've always believed that with 1.3 billion people in India and a few more as the Indian diaspora all over the world, our Independence Day of 15th of August, that is today, should not be celebrated just as an Indian Independence Day, but because of our sheer strength, it should be celebrated as a global Independence Day. So I'm going to hand over the platform back to the organizers right now so that we can continue with the program and that we can get to the national anthem singing, which we all have been waiting for. So Jai Hind, and over and out to the organizers. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Ricky. Appreciate for the kind words and the enthusiasm you actually bring to the table. It is actually a pleasure for us to have you as part of this event. I would also like to invite our movie star, Dr. Srinath, is likingly called as Pranaya Raja. He has been serving the movie industry for the last 54 years and he has given fantastic hits. He's also a part of the Bangalore community and he's been serving the people for almost 6 years as an MLC in Bangalore. I would request Dr. Srinath just to say a few words.
Happy 75th Independence Day. 75, sometimes we think it is a little higher, but with 75, we feel that we are young. We are young because the young people. Hello?
I would request everybody else to go on mute, please.
Hello?
I would request everybody to go on mute, please.
Hello?
Hello. When I was speaking, somebody came. I'm sorry. Organizers?
Yeah. Yes. Please go ahead, Mr. Srinath. Please. Dr. Srinath, please continue.
Yeah. It is 75, but today our mood is the younger generation has brought a very young spirit in the country. So entire country feels that they are young. I'm happy for the youth who have created a youngness in everyone, whether they are old or they are child or anybody, but still they are young. And this feeling should be there forever. And I thank the entire icons who have brought laurels to India. God bless them. God bless them. We love them. We love them and we love our nation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it and appreciate you gracing the occasion. Over to Anchal and Bhashri.
Yes. So now I think without further ado, we can all rise for the national anthem, which will be led by Mr. Ricky Cage, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I'm back again. So I would like to request the organizers to stop screen sharing so that I may share my screen so that I will have the ability. You're still sharing your screen. You'll need to stop sharing your screen so that I can do it. Technical issues, yeah. It's the hallmark of every event. So please stop sharing your screen. It's still, I can still see your screen. Yeah, now it's better. Now it's good. Yeah. Okay. So now we arrive at the segment that we are all waiting for, the Indian national anthem, the best composition in the whole world, according to me. So the attempt that the organizers have made is to get as many of us across media, across platforms, geographies, cultures, time zones, across the world to sing in unison and to sing in harmony. Now for this, I humbly request everyone, number one, to kindly rise wherever you are. So everyone, everywhere, please stand. If you're able to rise, only then please rise and please stand. And please turn on your cameras. So everybody who's joining us on the Zoom platform, please turn on your cameras. And I would request you to stand a little further away from your camera so that we can see you clearly, not too close to your camera. So a little further away from your camera, and sing along with me. Now I will start playing the music. And when I start playing the music, I'm going to count you in with my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to say it out and I'm going to count you in with my fingers. And then when you hear my voice singing the Jana Gana Mana, you can join me. So is everybody ready? Just nod your heads wherever you are.
Yes.
And also, I would encourage you, normally this is never done on a Zoom call, but I encourage you to even turn on your microphones if you like to. So I'm going to start now. Remember when I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a second. One, 2, 3, 4.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjvala Jala Vitaranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mage Jaya Gata Jana Gana Mangala Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya 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 He
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. And that was a wonderful, wonderful
Jai
experience.
Hind.
Wow. Cross-continental participation.
Thank you, Ricky sir. Thank you, Ricky sir. Appreciate it for having led the chorus. We are actually privileged to have you here to lead the chorus. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, now that the national anthem singing has been complete, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the importance of the national anthem. So, Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata, originally written in Bengali by the Nobel laureate Sri Rabindranath Tagore, these lines defined India as the union of all provinces, languages, and religions, a truly representative national song. Despite the differences in culture and traditions, India is united under one flag, and the national anthem is significant in uniting people and reminding us that we stand as one nation under all conditions.
Thank you, Samita, for the brief overview of it. Can I call upon Mr. Pramit Makode? Pramit, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay. Hi, Pramit. So, like Pramit Makode is from Boston, and he's been one of the key minds behind this particular program. And I would request Pramit to share a few words about 75 and give his vision on this, please.
good morning and good evening, everyone. Greetings and heartiest congratulations on the 75th Independence Day. Thanks a lot for joining this wonderful event and for your commitment to contribute to New India. The 75 program is part of a larger effort to connect India internally and externally. As part of the 75 at 75 initiative, I would like to mention two programs where we are working very actively. The Boston Center of Excellence for Health and Human Development is going to work with the 75 at 75 team on a workshop for 75 leaders and influencers of India to work on the global best practices to engage with the best and innovative minds in the world, and that will enable to strengthen India's image as global leader. There will be 25 participants will be from the Indian diaspora and around 50 participants from India. This program will be a 75-hour workshop conducted by eminent people in the world from renowned institutions. These faculties will be from the Boston area's premier institutes like the Harvard, the MIT, the Tufts Fletcher School, and the Boston University. The second program that we are having as part of the 75 at 75 initiative is to provide quality education through digital means. In the phase one, we are going to cover 750,000 students. Those students will be from India, USA, and West Africa. And in the phase two, we are going to take this to almost 7.5 million people. And as we progress, we will get a lot of volunteers involved with this program. To facilitate this, we have developed a very efficient and easy to use learning management system, which will be implemented in vernacular languages. And the focus will be on affordable, accessible, and quality education for all. Education is not just a formal school-based education, but we will enable them to build their skills in multiple areas, including health, well-being, agriculture, and other sectors. And that will be having another focus on skills development and employment opportunities. There is Shrikanta will give more additional details about the village development program that we have. But with this, I call upon everyone to do your bit towards making a meaningful difference at the ground level and celebrate the spirit of India by contributing at least 75 hours in the next 2 years to celebrate this Amrut Mahotsav and to be part of it. I also call upon everyone to join in this 75 at 75 journey. Let's join our hands together, spread the spirit of India, and make a significant difference. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Pramitji. Now I would like to request Anupama Gotimukula. Dr. Anupama Gotimukula is a very accomplished doctor and anesthesiologist and has been practicing for 25 years in Texas, USA. Dr. Anupama is a president of American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin, AAPI. AAPI is one of the most renowned and well-regarded social organizations in North America, with more than 100K Indian origin doctors as part of the organization. She and her organization have been highly instrumental in providing the right medical care and has done some amazing service to the society in the USA as well as India during these difficult COVID times. We all are highly indebted for her relentless efforts and contribution to the society. Dr. Anupama, if you would like to say a few words.
Hello, good morning. Unfortunately, my video is not showing up, so not sure why. Happy Independence Day to all. I'm Dr. Anupama, and thanks for kind introduction, Anchal. And so I'm president of the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. And so for India, this is 75 years, and for AAPI, it's 40 years. So we are celebrating the fourth decade. So Indian physicians are almost like more than 100,000 in United States, and we are almost 8 to 10% of the entire physicians in the United States of America. So we cover a large part of the country, including the rural part of the country. And so 1 in 7 patients are managed by an Indian physician. So that's our strength here in United States. But our heart is always in India. So we always do projects in India. So we have certain charity clinics in India. This year as president, I have this adopt a village program. So want to do 75 rural villages free health screenings, about 1,000 health screenings per village. So that way I can help with screening the rural village who does not have access to the healthcare immediately. So at least I can help with identifying the diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, body weight, anemia, hemoglobin check, A1C, and all these parameters, pulse oximetry, oxygen saturation. So this will give us some idea to help the rural population detect the disease early, and we want to help as much as possible. And during the recent COVID, India had a very bad experience with the Delta wave, and RP raised $5.5 million, and we helped India by providing oxygen concentrators and ventilators and high flow oxygen flow meters. And now we are also helping with setting up oxygen plants in the rural most areas of the India where there is no access for the anyone to have those oxygen just in case they need it. So a plant is very helpful. And also we want to establish some vaccine clinics in the rural slums of Delhi and Hyderabad. That's a pilot project we are going to take up, and I'm working on that. So hopefully we will help some of the slum dwellers to get vaccines. Government is providing, but still we want to help whatever way we can from all the funds we have raised. And here we are to help India also in the global medical education. So education is the most important for everyone. So hopefully we can share our knowledge and experiences with the medical students in India, and also the education system in India. And I want to wish everyone happy Independence Day, and thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity. Back to you. Anchal, you're muted.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. And now I would like to invite David Platno. He is a global environmentalist and a philanthropist. And David has had a great respect and love from India. David, so if you would like to speak a few words as well.
So, Answer, in the meantime, we can introduce Dr. Hari, and we will figure out if David has any technical issues. So,
Sure.
Dr. Hari, you can please introduce Dr. Hari. We'll check with
room number 310. Okay. Morning, and
and I would request everyone else to be on mute, please.
All right. So I would request Dr. Hari Epanapalli to speak a few words. Mr. Epanapalli is a financial service professional and entrepreneur and a philanthropist with a passion for healthcare, education, and environment. Dr. Hari is a president and chairman of Lead India Foundation and has. I request everyone to be on mute, please. Dr. Hari is a president and chairman of Lead India Foundation and can everyone be on mute, please? Yes. Dr. Hari is the chairman of Lead India Foundation and has helped the youth to transform the youth of India into responsible citizens to establish a peaceful society for harmonious living. With over 30 years of diverse experience, Mr. Epanapalli has been involved in managing high visible global initiatives in the financial and social services sector. So if you would like to say a few words. So I think you are on mute. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, digital greetings, dear friends, and wonderful to connect and see a lot of kind of enthusiasm and across the globe with all Indians who spread across the world. And in fact, I'm traveling widely now. Presently, I'm at Vishakhapatnam, and we had a morning, a wonderful 75th Independence Day celebrations at one of the leading institute where hundreds of students are participated and as a group they sang the our Janagana Mana. Then we had circulated widely to across all the universities and colleges. I think most of our students and academic community has joined. So what I'm trying to say is it's a great occasion for entire our world. We at Lead India Foundation, which is initiative of Dr. Abdul Kalam, who is a Bharat Ratna and who is known as Missile Man, who comes from a small fisherman village called Rameswaram and able to become a Rashtrapati of most powerful country, that is India. And a paper boy becoming a president of most powerful country is the finest example in this world. And definitely we are at Lead India very happy to associate in this great cause, connecting all the people across the nations for showing and our strength. So I'm a president of Lead India Foundation, and our chairman is Dr. Hari Ippanapalli, who lives in New Jersey. And he's the man who started this initiative and the foundation. And he worked along with Dr. Kalam on multiple projects. And we at Vision Digital, the Lead India Foundation, committed towards transforming youth into the nation. So only one message I would like to say now. We just entered into the 75th year of independence, and we have to definitely look at making India as a number one nation in the world, as most powerful nation in the economy, in the happiness, in a employment generation. And I think definitely we are going to reach this milestone on the 100th Independence Day, where we can call our India is Swarna Bharat, that is a Suvarna Bharat. So if we all work together, whoever people living across the world towards this goal, and at least we work as united in this particular year, at least 1 year on the 75th Independence year, we work together, then definitely I think we can make this dream into reality. There is no doubt. And I would like to congratulate all the organizers and people who supported for this wonderful cause and joining today to celebrate this 75th Independence Day. Thank you very much.
Anchal, this is Dr. Hari Panapali. Can I go next now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy Independence Day, India. This is a great, proud moment for all of us to join together here to see how India can be a developed nation. Dr. Kalam's dream has been to see India as a developed nation. So if we look at the demographics of India, so we have about 65% of the Indians are below 35 years. About 55% of them are below 25 years, and 35% of them are below 15 years. Dr. Kalam's dream has been to transform these young minds into responsible citizens and also engage them in developing the nation. And also, if you look at the 70% of the India as a rural and agriculture sector, and he proposed a concept called Pura, providing urban amenities to rural areas. So if he wanted to do electronic connectivity, health connectivity, education connectivity, and grid independent energy connectivity so that the financial connectivity can kick in, and reduce the migration of rural population into urban areas and develop the nation holistically. That has been a very, very elaborate and extensive roadmap that Dr. Kalam has created. And this is the time on the occasion of the 75th Independence Day to really develop the country holistically. Do not leave anybody behind. So this proposal has been implemented briefly, but now it is time to take this forward on the occasion of the 75th Independence Day for the next several years to see that we progress together, not leave anybody behind. So India has achieved many targets, but still a long way to go. We still do not able to provide affordable quality healthcare to our citizens, affordable quality education to our citizens, and also we are not able to preserve and protect this planet to future generations. And we need to bring peace and harmony into the society as well. This has been the mission of the Lead India Foundation, and there are about 7.5 lakh villages in India, and also we have a lot of youth, about 750 million youth that are really, really very talented. And Lead India has been committed to transform these 750 million youth into responsible citizens and also engage them in developing these 7.5 lakh villages over a period of time. We would like to collaborate with on this occasion with about 75 different NGOs and civil societies to make them part of this initiative so that India can progress and India can be the knowledge hub of the world. That is the dream, and we have the capability and the capacity to prove that. And our neighbors are looking forward to our progress and also our guidance. And it's an opportunity for all of us to seize this opportunity to develop the nation. So with this, I would like to congratulate one more time the entire India and also the Indian population around the world to celebrate this movement in history, 75 years of India's independence, and also make sure that we all engage ourselves, dedicate ourselves to see India as a developed nation, which has been the dream of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the 11th president, and he was a Bharat Ratna. And our goal is to transform our young minds into Bharat Ratna so that they can develop our nation and make sure that we spread the word of spirituality as well as peace around the world. Thank you so much. Again, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Thank you, Dr. Hari, for your kind words. I would also like to invite Santechari ji. Santechari is an entrepreneur in healthcare industry and senior community leader from Dallas, Texas. He is one of the directors of 75 at 75 initiative and the main driver of the very exciting and one of the most unique project, India Past, Present and Beyond. He is a visionary mentor and a founder of a few NGOs and passionate about giving back to the society. He is also senior lobbyist in the Washington, working for a lot of causes important to India. Santechari ji, over to you.
Sante, your speakers. Sante, you have to set your speaker. I think the speaker. Sante, we are not able to hear you, Sante. Sante, we are not able to hear you. Achal, who is the next? By the time he is... Yeah. Anchal, we will go to the next speaker. Let's go to the next speaker for now.
Yes.
Yeah. So next is we'll go to is Sanjeev Tripathi. Sanjeev Tripathi is a social entrepreneur and CEO of our IT organization in Boston. He's one of the key office bearer of the Friends of MP Group. He's a fellow of India Global that works with IIT Kanpur. I would request him to say a few words. Sanjeev Tripathi, is he there?
Yes, Paramit thanks a lot for kind introduction. And it is great moment for all Indians across the world. So first of all, wish you all very, very happy 75th India Independence Day. And this is the moment we all need to just come forward and contribute in the nation building and making the India really whatever the founding fathers of India would like to see it. Mahatma Gandhi and Abdul Kalam Azad and so many other leaders. And India is not about just only metro cities. India is across, especially particularly rural area. And this is particularly it's great initiative taken by Srikanta, Pramit, and just Kanchan Banerjee, other peoples to have this 75 and 75, just develop 75 villages to the smart village. And this is just start. And we all need to come forward and make at our level whatever we can do to make the India really the global leader. And this is the time we all need to come forward. And as this is Pramit, just he pointed out, and other leaders also, other speakers, this is really time we just think beyond our individual or family. Just we have to think as what we can contribute at the nation level. And right now we have this all the assets. We are really young nation in the whole world, and we have the all the things required to be the global knowledge hub. Okay, so I would request all need to come forward and contribute whatever the way they can do it to make this mission, this Amrit Mahotsav 75th year as a landmark. And we can just, whenever we are going to celebrate 100 years of India's independence, that should be really become the India as the developed country in the world. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Greatly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Dr. Ravi Kohli to speak a few words. Dr. Ravi is a board-certified psychiatrist with qualifications in addiction, forensic, and geriatric psychiatry, and has been clinical assistant professor at University of Pittsburgh and WVU. He is also medical director of SPHS, agency providing human services throughout 5 countries of Western PA, serving over 60,000 people. Dr. Ravi Kohli, if you would like to speak a few words.
Hi, good evening. I'm Dr. Ravi Kohli. I hope you all can hear me. I'm the president-elect of AAPI. My president, Dr. Anupama, just spoke earlier. Like she mentioned, we are celebrating our 40th year of our organization, and happy Independence Day, all of you, from the land of the free and home of the brave to the land of the sages and seers and scientists and scholars. And India has a glorious past, and we have a very magnificent future ahead of us. Not only India has been a land of Vedas, it's also a land of science and technology. And actually, Albert Einstein said, we should all be thankful to India for teaching us how to count. Without that knowledge and science, we would not be here today. And like Dr. Anupama mentioned, we are commemorating India's Independence Day, 75th Independence Day, with many programs organized by AAPI, American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. We're doing a blood donation drive across the United States in 75 cities, and we're organizing global adopt a village program in 75 villages in India to screen for various diseases and health parameters. And also we are going to do a global health summit in Hyderabad in the beginning of January next year, and would like to meet to you all and welcome you all to join us. we'll be promoting a lot of health initiatives, including controlling the obesity and training the CPR for all the lay people. And we are, as a psychiatrist and as the president of OPI next year, I want to initiate programs related to mental health. And we would like to collaborate with any interested teams and parties in India to promote good human values and wisdom and scholarship and collaboration between all the free people of the world, so we can go ahead and not only maintain our prosperity, but as well as freedoms. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Have a happy Independence Day.
So thank you, Dr. Colley. Now, we are not only thankful to you, but your entire organization, to Dr. Anupama, and once again to the entire API fraternity and your thousands of members. The relentless service effort that you have put in during the COVID times is just matchless. We all are indebted to you, sir. And once again, thanks to all of you for providing such a wonderful service during this crisis time in India as well as in US. Thank you to all the doctors which are part of your fraternity, sir. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
So I'll just check with Sante Chari once again. Sante, if you could unmute yourself and see if your mic and speaker is working, then you can start. Otherwise, I'll request the next one is Dr. Nayak from Computer Society of India. So Sante, you have to unmute yourself, or the admin, IT admin need to unmute Sante Chari ji. No, I see is muted. No, I still see he's muted. I'm sorry. That's what I see on the screen. So I see on the screen CSI 3, Dr. Naik. If you could unmute Dr. Naik. No, I still see them. Yes. Yeah. So thanks, Dr. Naik, for joining us from India. Dr. Naik is the past president of Computer Society of India. He was also the past president of the ICT section of Indian Science Congress. Computer Society of India is having 600 plus chapters and 600 plus student branches in 600 plus engineering colleges with 160,000 software engineers as their members. So we are happy to have you, sir. I would request you to say a few words on this occasion. Dr. Nayak, please.
Thank you very much, Pramitiji. First of all, I congratulate all of you on the occasion of the 75th Independence Day is being celebrated by India. And let in this platinum jubilee year of the Independence Day, everybody should take the oath that we will have to work towards making the India a Atmanirbhar Bharat and a Sashakt Bharat. On behalf of Computer Society of India, definitely we will be contributing a lot for the Independence 75 program, because since it is one of the largest apex body of the ICT professionals of the country in the tune of 1.25 lakhs of the professionals. We do have more than near about 600 student branches around the country, along with the 81 chapters throughout the country. And as some of the predecessors have told, India is a country which is really having the mass populations living in the rural area. We can tell 31% of the population in the urban area and 69% in the rural area. That is why Mahatma Gandhi has told the really soul of India lies in the rural areas and in the village peoples. So we do have definitely 660,000 plus villages, although we are having 5,500 cities and urban areas. But the thing is that what way we want, if we want the inclusive growth of the country, so that means, and to add the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji to make the India a Atmanirbhar Bharat and a self-reliance Bharat, so that we'll have to take the oath from this 75th Independence Day that we'll see India as a Atmanirbhar Bharat, completely Atmanirbhar Bharat, will be celebrating the 80th Indian Independence Day, 80th Indian Independence Day, and by the centenary celebration, we must have to see the India as one of the most advanced and developed country in the world and working as a world leader. So definitely, as we know that 70 billion, 70 crores of the populations of the India are generally belong to the youth community, and India is comprising of 24 crores of the families, and we are having 24 crores of the mothers living in the 20 crores of the family. And it is very much required to empower the country, to empower the citizens. We should have to take the importance on empowering the mothers of the every family. That is, the women empowerment should be most concern of this in the coming days, by which India can be empowered and India can lead towards a very developed society. I must have to once again congratulate everybody and with giving the full assurance that the 600 student buses we do have comprising of more than 1 lakh of the students. And I assure that near about 75 of the students with the CSI will motivate so that they can contribute 75 hours of each of them for towards the endeavor of our ambition and the expectation what Prometheus has done and has made, and definitely will be contributing that way in a great way. Besides that, all of our chapters will be also motivated how they can contribute significantly towards this endeavor and to fulfill our mission, that in what way we can contributing to independence 75 and 75. With these words, once again, thanking all of you and also expressing my gratitude for this organization of great event to the organizer, particularly Promitji. I once again congratulate each of you and extend my hearty congratulations and thankfulness for this great event of this 17 Independence 75-75. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Dr. Naik. It's great to know that Computer Society of India is going to motivate 75,000 of their student members and their senior members to part of this great initiative and motivate them to donate or to contribute 75 hours of their time in next 2 years. And Dr. Naik, if I do the numbers right, that amounts to almost 5 million volunteer hours. So many thanks to Computer Society of India for such a wonderful contribution towards the Amrut Mahotsav and to the Digital India movement. Thank you, sir.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you very much.
So now I'll go to Sante Chari. If you, once again, the IT admin could unmute Sante. Sante, I would, no, we are still not able to hear you. So if you could just go on your, if you log in from your Zoom link from your iPhone, probably we will be able to hear you out. Your
Pramit, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So if Shante can raise hand, there's a button to raise hand in Zoom. So we'll get to know which is the ID, and then the admin can unmute him.
Okay. So who is the next speaker, Anchalji? Or are we all?
I think we are done. If there are any speakers or panelists who would like to add some their views and comments to it, you can raise your hand on your screen as well while being there on the video.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, Sante.
You can?
Yes, Sante, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yes. Hi. Happy Independence Day to all of you. And my name is Santi Shari. I actually came from Chennai, and then now I'm living in the Dallas, Texas, for 35 years. Growing up in India, I used to think one day I want to go to the Washington, D.C., I want to go to the White House, and then I want to talk about India to all the presidents and the congressmen and senators. That's what I've been doing for the last 30 years. I met 8 American presidents and congressmen, senators. I did a bill for India in Washington, D.C. And what I learned from all these people is a very important thing is to giving back to the community, That's what I learned. So I wanted to actually make a request to the Prime Minister of India, Modi ji, and all the state government chief ministers. They should consider making it as a law in India for the high school students and the college students. They have to volunteer a certain number of hours to actually graduate. There are 75 ways they can actually volunteer in India, making the life of them as well as the people around them and the country better. We have a number of ways which we are going to be posting it. They can participate in education, healthcare, they can volunteer in environmental, bunch of other ways they can help others. And as you know, the 400 million young people less than 30 years is a world power. India is going to be the next power. And when Prime Minister Modi ji came to New York, he was saying that's what India can do. India can actually provide engineers, doctors. They can provide the young mind to the whole world to make this world a better place. And I would definitely request in the next 12 months, this younger generation, along with other people, have to make a difference in India to make India the most beautiful place in the world. And I appreciate, thank you for the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Santeji. Thanks for your words and your thoughts. I would now request Dr. Ram Maruri from Liberty Foundation. Dr. Ram, if IT admin could.
Yeah. Namaste all. Thank you, Pranit, for inviting me, and happy Independence Day to all over the world, all the people. And I'm Ram Maruri from Lead India Liberty Foundation. And Lead India already it has been given insight by Dr. Hari Ippanapalli, our chairman and founder, and also our president, Dr. Hari Krishna Maram. And I'm also part of Lead India Liberty Foundation, as I said, which has a vision to set up liberty schools. Liberty means Lead India Bharat Ratnas, education and research for transforming youth. Across the globe, we want to set up some liberty schools to empower the youth, transform the youth as responsible citizens. And the dream of Kalamji and our Lead India team is to make these young citizens of India and the world as Bharat Ratnas. So with that vision, we have been working, and we are happy to associate with Praneeth and team Srikanta and everyone. You're doing wonderful job, and congratulations to everyone. Thank you once again, and thanks for giving me the opportunity. Jai Hind. Wish you happy Independence Day once again, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We have.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anjalji, I now will request Kanchan Banerjee ji to go next. And then after Kanchan ji, I would request Sapathak from IIGCC to say a few words. So Kanchan ji is the president of Global Indian for Bharat Vikas. He's also the managing director for Boston Center of Excellence for Health and Human Development, one of the senior business and community leader in America. Kanchan ji, please.
Jai Hind to all. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few words relating to our Independence Day, the 75th anniversary. First of all, Pramit and Srikanta, congratulations to you both and the entire team, including Anchal and all the young volunteers who have been working relentlessly to organize this event and beyond for next 2 years. I just wanted to remind all of the younger generation people present here that the very sound of Jai Hind should remind us about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, whose INA and efforts were instrumental to get the freedom of India, along with all the freedom fighters. And we Today, we salute to all of them and remember that because of them, what we are today. As you all know that when India became independent, it unleashed the freedom movement in many other countries. And in a very short span of time, many more countries were free. And again, it also helped South Africa. Even Nelson Mandela was inspired by our movement. Martin Luther King was inspired by our movement. And the whole world came to know what freedom means. 75 years are gone. And I wish India was much more prosperous, much more developed today. And it hasn't happened. But today we have a great leader in India. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, is leading the nation by example. And this is the moment our young people should seize to see what we can do. Can we unleash the power of youth, entrepreneurship especially? Can we create millions of businesses, millions of projects in India to take India to the next level, which is nobody should be left behind, nobody should be in poverty, nobody should be illiterate, nobody should have problem having basics in life, water, health, education, and shelter. So the projects we have taken up with the 75 at 75, we have great potential to involve thousands of young people and change India. In next 2 years, there's so much can be done. And I request all of you, our leaders in various communities, various organizations, to guide us, support us, and the young generation people, let us all join hands and celebrate, truly celebrate this 75th anniversary of our independence by contributing and by executing projects that we are planning. And we hope to see the 75 leaders from India and other countries coming to hopefully in Boston. And soon we will meet and chalk out some extra plans for the development of India. Thank you all. Namaste. Vande Mataram.
Thank you, Mr. Kanchan. Thanks a lot for your continued support. I also see that David Plattner now is able to join back. So I would first request Mr. M.K. Pathak, the chairman of IAGCC, Indian American Global Commerce. He has a great network and he has worked passionately. He's a great business leader who has worked in the Indo-US corridor and then and now the network is all over the world. So he has always been a great support and a mentor for many of the business and the social causes. I would now request Mr. M.K. Pathak to say a few words. Admin, if you could unmute M.K. Pathak.
I have unmuted myself. Is it okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Pathak.
Well, happy Independence Day and thank you, Pramit. Thank you, Santichari, and thanks to most of these people, most of the speakers just before me, and especially Kanchan, who spoke almost all the things that I wanted to. But in addition, I would say only one thing that truly, I wish India would have been much more prosperous even 40 years back or 50 years back. I am as old as India, if not about a year older. And when I left 50 years back and I went to several countries in the world, I realized how much respect India commands in most of the developing nations. They used to always ask me, how did India become independent? How did India become so developed? To them, India was a developed country. But you know, and I know, we are not really that developed in that extent. Frankly, India probably is the only country in the world, only country amongst the developing countries of the world, or developed countries of the world, that does not teach science in its mother tongue. You look at China, look at Italy, France, Germany, America, England. Only in India, we are resorting to English, which is not bad, but probably if you look at the development of the Western society, they have looked inward. That means the day-to-day living have been improved by the inventions by themselves, not innovations. I have a feeling that we are more after innovations than after inventions. So my only request to the coming generations of the country and millions of Indians outside India, especially the Caribbean countries, Polynesian countries, African countries, where Indians of 2, 3 generations older, they exist. Probably India will take a lead, or one of you, maybe Kanchan, maybe Pramit, you can take a lead to harness the potential of all these people outside India to the benefit of India inside. And with that hindsight, I would request that to the younger generations of India to remember the sacrifices, the pains that our forefathers have undergone. I remember my father, I remember so many top Indian leaders whose generations I know, whether in the south or north or east or west. It's a wonderful country to be proud of. I'm so happy that I was born in India, and I wish that India will become developed within these 5 years that has been planned. Pramit, thank you once again.
Thank you, Pathakji. Once again, thanks for the wonderful support and the help that you provide to the entire community here. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite but David Plattner. David Plattner is a global environmentalist and philanthropist. He has a great respect for India and love for India. He has worked for very large social and charitable projects, both in USA and different parts of the world, and he's planning to start something significant in India. It's always a pleasure and honor to have David Plattnerji with us. David, I would request you to say a few words on the occasion of the 75th Independence Day. I would request you to unmute yourself. I see you are still.
Hello.
Yes, David, we are able to hear you now.
Hello, and thank you so much for this opportunity to say hello to my favorite nation. I live in Bangkok, Thailand, where there are 400,000 Indian people giving great value to the country of Thailand. And now I'm in Dallas, Texas, which I believe there's about 200,000 Indian people. And many are my friends, colleagues with great respect. I believe it to be one of the smartest people cultures in the world. I travel the world, I do environmental projects, and the spirit of India lives in many countries and within me. So having listened to the many speakers that are here today, I can't say much more than I'm a huge fan, and I will bring a good value to galvanizing youth and bringing music and art and more culture and environmental awareness, which is what I do globally, to the Indian population, starting with the American groups that I'm working with here. So I wish you all the best, all the wonderful thoughts and love and peace and harmony. And that's my blessing for this wonderful day that you have going on. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks, David. Thanks for your kind words and addressing us. I would now request Dr. Durgesh Mishra, who was the past president of IEEE, one of the senior scientists in the data science space. I would like Dr. Durgesh Mishra to say a few words, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Pramit, for inviting me. As I am I was chairman of the IEEE MP section, and at present I am the chairman of ACM Indore chapters. First of all, and I am very happy where you are inviting me for celebrating the 75 Independence Day. We done a lot of work and jointly with Pramit towards the digital literacy program in India. And I hope we should work together to make the people digitally literate in the rural part of the country. As I associated with the IEEE, ACM, and the CSI in India, as in the CSI, I was the chairman of the different committees. And in the ACM, also we are having a lot of members like Dr. Nayak already given the commitment of these 75 hours and 75 students. We are also on the behalf of IEEE and ACM, we are going to commit to give the time in 75 hours in the next 2 years to make the Digital India movement. And thank you, Pramit-ji, for inviting me, and thanks to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Durgesh-ji. And Durgesh-ji is from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Indore is the cleanest city of India for last 4 years. And
Right.
he and ACM, IEEE and Computer Society of India has that vision to make Indore from cleanest to the most educated city. And
Right.
they once again have promised to provide 75 hours of time
Right.
of their thousands of members to make this vision not only successful in Indore, but to whole of India. So thanks,
Right.
Durgesh-ji, for
Thank you,
kind
Pramit.
contribution.
Thank you.
I think thanks all. I think I would pass it on back to Anchal-ji to take over.
Yeah. Thank you, Pramit-ji, for your kind words. And I would also like to thank our speakers and panelists for giving their time and giving us the privilege to listen to them and for sharing their thoughts and sharing few words with us. With this, we have come to the end of today's celebration. I would like to thank one and all present over here today who made this celebration grand for us. All the students, teachers, doctors, corporates, government officials, dignitaries, and people from all walks of life. Thank you all. I would like to say that this is only the beginning as the celebration of India entering its 75th year of independence, as it has only started for us. And on this note, I wish a very happy Independence Day to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Anchal. And thanks for conducting it so nicely. Thanks everyone for joining us on this 75th Independence Day. Just before we leave, I would like to say a thank you note to the Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Vicky, and Vicky's National Food and Nutrition Council President was also there with us, Shikha Sharma-ji. They have promised to have at least 75,000 women and child to be taken out of the malnutrition. So they are going for a health screening program in 75 villages, identifying 75,000 malnourished people, and they are going to put their effort to bring them out of malnutrition. So thank you, Vicky, for your kind support. With that, I'll once again like to thank everyone, the entire team who has worked very hard, passionately, and who has given a lot of sleepless nights to make it happen. So thank you, everyone. And once again, everybody, a very happy Independence Day, 75th Independence Day, and thanks for your contribution towards the Amrit Mahotsav program. Thank you.
Thank you, Pramit-ji, for this great work you have undertaken. And really, it's a commendable work that India looks forward.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Pramit. It's a pleasure working with you and look forward to collaborating to make a difference on this occasion of the India's 75th Independence Day. We need to have a long process to get these things done, but it's a pleasure to work with you moving forward as well. Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pramit. Thank you.
Thanks, we'll end this call now.
Wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir.